Coming in, you guys. Train wreck. Are you here already? Train wreck. How did you jump on so quick? Sleuth Fairy's in the house. That's awesome. Mississippi coffee lover. Everybody loves coffee. Sheila. Falling Star. Rapture ready. Jordan King, 233. Brenda. Hey Brenda. Good to see you. Lady Bugs. Harm's Way. Hey, fantastic. So let's get started. It's pretty hot out here right now, and I don't want to everything direct sunlight out here. So right on, you guys. Welcome to Exploring with Jim. We are back on the hunt for Nancy Guthrie, believe it or not. It's they told me it was going to be a cool spell in Arizona. They said, oh yeah, we got a cool spell happening. I come out here, it's 100 degrees, right? I guess the cool spell is because there's a few clouds. I'm not really sure. So yeah, so we're out here braving the elements. It's okay. Nancy's not going to wait. I drove 1,000 miles to be here to do this. I'm not going to let some heat or a monsoon or anything like that get in my way of accomplishing my goal, because my goal is to bring Nancy home, and that's what I'm trying to do. I was out at Picacho Peak Road looking for notes earlier, searching some buried with nature possibility areas, and then but I'm back to this place. I'm back to, you guys. Where I am right now is it's a road between Tucson and Mexico, you guys. Tucson's that way, Mexico's that way. This is the potential escape route, right? And it's like a 50-mile long road. But you know what? Exploring with Jim broke it into pieces, and it's taken me about 6 days in a couple, 2-3 different trips to accomplish searching this entire road. But I have one more section, and if I don't go out and search this section of road, I'm not going to be able to sleep tonight. I'm not going to be able to live with myself. So at least I can search that, and then I can say, you know what? Nancy is not on this potential escape route. So that's where I am today. That's what I'm doing today. That's what I'm doing right now. I'm out here, and I'm going to give this road a serious search. It's 100 degrees and burning hot. Honestly, and then I've switched things up a little bit, you guys. I had no idea, honestly, I had no idea that there were killer bees out here. I got attacked by killer bees, and then this bee comes and it lands on me, and it stings me, and I'm like, whoa, what's that? And then all of a sudden, all these bees are flying all around, and they sting me in the ear, and then I see more coming, and I'm like, I'm not you. What is this? And then I thought, run, and then I thought, jump on the bike and just split. So no helmet, no gear. I jumped on the bike, my gear was like hanging here, it fell off, and I just got away with my life. It was unbelievable. So and then I did a Google search. I'm like, are there killer bees in Arizona? And it's like, yes, killer bees. And I'm like, man, I wish somebody told me it's killer bees, but it's just one more thing. I'm dealing with rattlesnakes and heat and cactus and kidnappers, but so it's the killer bees now. So I'm gonna wear long sleeves and gloves, and got an emergency. I could put something over my head. And if you're attacked by killer bees, what it says to do, it says, like, you read it, go ahead, Google it, killer bees in Arizona. You know what it says to do? Run as fast as you can. And then, because they're not gonna stop, they're gonna just sting you to death. So so believe me, Exploring with Jim is ready to run any minute. Like, a fly comes by me now, I'm like, whoa, is that another killer bee? Like, I'm killer bee paranoid right now. But yeah, it says run, and then you Google, like, how fast can killer bees run? They can run 12 miles an hour, which is about as fast as a person can run. I'm like, oh, okay. So I figured what I would do is I would run upwind, so the wind would slow them down, and it says you have to run between 1/4 and 1/2 mile before they give up. So that there's a tip for anybody that wants to come out and search for Nancy Guthrie in the desert. This is no joke, but yeah, it's not stopping me. I'm here. I put on the gear, and yeah, killer bees. Who knew, right? I guess everybody knows except for Exploring with Jim. But yeah, rest assured now I got enough water to walk like from here to California. I got more water on the bike. So yeah, I'm ready to rock and roll. I mean, without further ado, we're gonna jump on the bike. We're gonna search this section of road. I'm not sure how many people are in the stream. Let me make sure everything's working. Just I know there is some interest out here. Right on. Looks like everything's happening. Yeah, so killer bees. Crazy, huh? Killer bees. Yeah, Africanized honeybees. Like when I Google this, are there killer bees in Arizona? Because I just thought like that was a wasp or something. And it's like, yeah, there's killer bees. You got to be careful. You got to run. Like, oh, okay. Well, at least now I know, right? Wear long sleeve shirts, gloves, and it says put something over your head. I got a motorcycle helmet. That's pretty wild, right? So anyway, we're gonna jump on the bike. We're gonna do my search all the way up until civilization, just like I did before. It might be a little mundane, you know, you've seen me do this before. It's sort of the same area I was at, but it just gotta be searched. So I'm gonna do it on live stream, bring you guys along for the ride. I know there's some interest. We'll tell some stories, we'll visit a little bit, I'll read the chat. And hopefully tomorrow morning I go over Picacho Peak Road and somebody has dropped a note. You know, I searched that area really good. There's no note. It's not a trap. They can just throw it out their car window, do the right thing. Exploring with Jim, we'll figure it out. And if you wanted like a message or make new demands, go ahead, do that too. Yeah, just a way, try to open some communication, you know. Maybe I got no business trying to do this, but you know what? I don't see anything else going on, you know. There's nobody else. Like, there's a lot of people speculating, oh, this person did it, or that person, or, you know, this girl is a girlfriend of some criminal. But I don't know anything about any of that stuff. I don't see that going anywhere. I see, I'm like a man of action. I want to, like, get out here and search, try to shake things up a little bit with a note, get people talking, right? So yeah, so let's rock and roll before everything overheats out here. Right on, chat's up. Right, you guys, you know what to do, right? This is what we do every time. Today's the day, we're in it to win it. So everybody put out your hand, put your hand out here, one on top of the other, you guys, come on. And then put it in the chat. Today's the day. Let's bring Nancy home right now. Going on, Mike. Let's rock and roll. Let's do this. He's out there somewhere, you guys. There, somewhere. I've searched, it's unbelievable. I've searched miles in that direction, both sides of the road, carefully. Miles in this direction, on this side of the road. When I drive this, I look and I see, I know you can't hear me, when I drive this, I look and I see the areas I've searched. It blows me away. everybody's having a good afternoon. I had a nice lunch today. Been skipping meals out here, which is not good, but had a big avocado burger from a lizard right there. Anyway, wow, roll out, right? Roll out. So I've searched this side of the road. I got to get to the other side of the road. Hopefully I don't have to deal with any drunk drivers. Thanks for coming along, you guys. Hope everybody's doing well. Hope your families are happy and healthy. Everybody's doing the right thing. Hope Becky's dog's okay. And we got to keep after our, we got to look at, Becky's got a problem with her dog, I think, or daughter's dog, something like that. Our dogs are family too, right? No doubt about it. No about a doubt it. No doubt, no about a doubt it. I mean, no doubt about it. So yeah, hopefully the dog's okay. So I just got to sort of do a grid search in here, you guys. There is sort of a pull out where someone could park and then come in here. So yeah, sort of doing this grid search thing again. Hopefully the road narrows up ahead, and then we can make up some time. But then you got to keep moving these bees. I'm going to keep driving over 12 miles an hour. They say the Africanized bees can fly 12 miles an hour. Somebody in the chat says Nick's always getting stung by something. I don't doubt it. It's a brave man to go out here. Nick, you're a good guy, man. Go out here and spend your time like Exploring with Jim is doing as well. It takes a special kind of person to sacrifice their time and energy. I mean, right, the Raiders are on tonight. First game of this preseason football. Las Vegas Raiders, my team, and I'm sure my friend Rick, I got a good friend Rick, he's a big Raider fan. He'll be texting me the score, so I appreciate that. Thanks, Rick. I know he's watching, maybe not live, but watching the replay. He's watching the game. I just got my eyes peeled out here. Just trying to bring Nancy home, you know. I'm trying everything I can think of. I'm searching the desert as much as I can. I'm trying to like publicly call like Texas EquiSearch, Cajun Navy, come out and help me. Praising other searchers. They're doing the best job they can possibly can. Trying to like think outside the box and get people to communicate. So I don't know what else to do. Savannah says, hey, I need help. She put out a new video. Hey, I need some help. Come on, help us, please. So I saw that. I'm like, you know what? Yeah, let's get back out there. You know, I'd taken sort of a break. And I was, I like these ditches, you know. Anywhere in a ditch. Out there, I'm like, yeah, let's go. Let's go. The other day, how far we came. But this is the Nico thing, you know. It's like the escape route, 40 feet off the road. Just got to go with that, you know. Nico's the expert. Nico trained me on what to do. And so, you know, I'm gonna, Nico's the man, right? Nico is like, he's the searching God. I mean, he's got the knowledge. He's got the encyclopedic knowledge of this thing. Exploring with Jim, though, he's the searching God, right? I mean, come on, here we go. Somebody tried to dethrone me. I should have checked my gas. Wonder if I have enough gas. It's interesting. Sort of the rock pile thing here. Looks too old though. It's not. It's older than 6 months. All these sort of rock piles. Huh. I've found graveyards doing exploring, you guys. I've actually found lost graveyards. I was at Silver City, California, and I was looking for antique bottles and metal detecting, and I was using my probe. I saw these sunken areas, and using my probe, and I probe down, and it goes thunk, 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 like a wooden lid. I mean, that's interesting. Maybe a good place to dig. And I again, and in another one of the sunken areas goes thunk, thunk, thunk. I'm like, whoa, wait a second. I look, and they're sort of like evenly spaced. And yeah, an unmarked graveyard. And I have marked lost graveyards before, but this one because like the graveyards I've marked are in like sort of protected areas, and believe it or not, because this is like a Civil War era, you know, 1860s, and these people will come out and they will dig old graveyards and like to try to find like maybe a guy buried with like a Confederate belt buckle worth a couple $1,000s, or they will dig up old graves. There's just no question about it. My cousin is a curator of the U.S. Army Museum, and I was showing the grave. I was texting him a picture. He's like, no, don't mark it. These people will dig it up. I'm like, man, it's so ghoulish for a couple thousand. Man, this desert is like, look at this, you guys. Just hopefully this is coming through clear enough. It's just everything's just like, it's not brown, it's like black with just heat and rattlesnake and Africanized bees, and it's no joke. Hats off to Nick. So yeah, so I've searched in town, you guys. I've searched the washes. I've just sort of like, you know, I broke everything into 2 mile by 2 mile squares and just slowly expanded out, and then now I'm like a little further from town here, but just is not very far. Like, I don't know, like you drive this in just a few minutes, you're out here. And then, like I say, it's a potential escape route or stash area. I don't know. I'm very careful when I come out on the road like that, you guys. I look both ways, very cautious. Always got to be careful, you guys. Please be careful. Like when let's say I'm going to cross the road, then I'm like, and this is the light pole, right? I'll push a button, and I'll actually even stand like behind the pole in case a car comes out, and then like it'll hit the pole. Like, never stand like in front, like, you know what I mean? Just be careful out there. Just always think of where's the best place to be for your own safety. Situational awareness. Exploring with Jim tip of the day. Yeah, unfortunately, I have to do all visual anymore, you know. The idea of smelling decomp, I think, is it's just too far in the past. It's so much cleaner than that Vale Road area. Wow, what a mess. So much trash. And then I was gonna go search more of those dumping where everybody goes out and dumps in the desert. I was gonna search more of those, but you know, all I've got is maybe buried with nature, you know what I mean? And throw somebody in the dump, those dumping areas, that's definitely not nature. That's definitely not being buried in nature. That'd be dumped in a refuse pile. Of course, when the kidnapper says buried with nature, they probably mean the opposite, but you got to go with what you know, right? Nico says alongside the road under a tree, but you know, a lot of times you'll get it, you know, there'll be like a suspect and you can say, okay, the house is over there, the suspect lives over there, you have a direction of travel, you have, you know, 10 degrees on the compass, but this is 360 degrees on the compass. It's just, it could be anywhere. So you just have to fan out. You have to one of these days I'll have to come to Tucson and do like go to the Casa Grande or whatever that is. See the ancient prehistoric Indian homes and do fun stuff, right? We would go to Europe treasure hunting with my cousins and friends of mine over there. Go like twice a year or a month. And we just like live beside the road, save money as much as we could. U.S. Army gas coupons, and then I'd get back. People like, hey, where'd you go? Where? I haven't seen in a while. I was, oh, I went to Europe. Like, oh, wow. How were the castles and museums? I'm like, I don't know. Never been. Just always out in the mud. Those were the real glory days of when I first started going to Europe with a metal detector. No one ever seen a metal detector before. Everything was undug. It was like, everything is undug. You could go anywhere you want. There were no rules against it. People would be like, hey, how's it going? You know, and you're digging up these fantastic things. And then now you go there now, it's all dug. It's yeah, it's sort of a weird phenomena. These things lay in the ground for thousands of years, and then somebody comes up with some invention. Oh, here, invented the metal detector. Then all of a sudden, something that's laid there thousands of years. I know I'm to blame for that, but partially. That's the way it goes. And yeah, so those glory days are over. No, those are laws, which that makes sense. Where is Nancy Guthrie? Yeah, so there's the road. You can stop there. Anywhere in between this, there's a really strong barbed wire fence over here. And if this was going to be at night, you know, you run up as far as this fence. You're like, oh, wait a minute. How do you get over there at night? You don't want to put flashlights and draw attention to yourself. Maybe one person get out, the other person stay in the car. Saying, hey, hurry up, hurry up. Thing about this road, though, you can see behind you for a long ways. Like at night, you can see it. You get like at least like a 10-minute warning before another car rolls up. All these trees look the same, right? Thanks for coming along for the ride with me, you guys. If I didn't have chat and people showing interest in this case, I'm not saying you have to watch, you know, you can, but like it just helps motivate me that there's people that, like, if you're watching, you probably think what I'm doing is sort of worthwhile. Maybe it's a complete waste of time, but you don't know, you know. It could be right around the corner. As they say, you know, you got to go over it to find it. Like, if you don't go over it, you're not going to find it. If you're not out there and you're not searching, you're not going to find anything. How'd you like that bone in the shoe? That was a weird one, right? You think that was left there for us? I was thinking earlier. It really didn't phase me because I found like so much stuff, but look at the pack rat, he's gathered like bags. But yeah, just curious, you know, just happened to be at that Picacho Peak road spot. There's a shoe with a bone sticking out of it. And near there is where I found previously the shoe with the full of, like, how does that happen? Just looking for anything that sticks out in color, you know? Been out here so long, I know all of the natural colors. Like, let me see, there's a tarp or something over there. Let's go look. Someone was emailing me, says Mark the Shark found like some tarp with decomp or something. I don't know. And then they want me to go check it out or contact Mark, but I don't have Mark's number. And if anybody knows the particulars of that, you can maybe post it in my chat and maybe the word will sort of get out, you know. Yeah, Mark looked, it's a dog or whatever. On so many dogs. They don't just dump their dogs on the side of the road in this neighborhood. I don't know what it is. It's that other neighborhood, is there's dogs all over the place. Wrapped in blankets. Literally. Literally dogs everywhere. Ugh. With their security vests on. That guard dog, we found that guard dog. Yeah, for a while I would have dreams of dead dogs. That was really, give me PTSD. Literally PTSD. So hopefully we solved the mystery of the wrapped up blanket on the Mark the Shark video. Mark's doing great work out there. I'm sure whatever he did was the right thing to do. It's easy to second guess people's actions, you know. A lot of people second guess what I'm doing, but the thing is, I'm the one out here, they're not, you know. long ways to civilization from here. Wonder how many Africanized honeybees are like chasing me right now. I think if you get too near their nest, or maybe if you disturb it, that's what sets them off. I wasn't really clear on that. The part I was interested in is how far and how fast and how far you have to run. And believe me, but I got stung a couple times. But the good news is evidently I'm not allergic, because I didn't like get a swollen airway or have to take a bunch of Benadryl. It's just like an itch. It's like a mosquito bite almost. But they leave their stinger in you. It goes pop, and then the stinger's there. It's like a suicide mission for the bee, I think. They just sacrifice the queen. Gotta respect that. Yeah, just trying to do a zigzag pattern over here, you guys, so I don't miss anything. I know it's probably not that entertaining, but I'll sleep better at night knowing that I did this. If I just leave, say, oh yeah, I searched the majority of that road. I want to search it all. And that way I can go into the next spot, you know? I don't like the looks of that. It's funny how YouTube rumors go. It's like, hey, call from a friend of mine. I was talking to Dad's Gone Live. I was talking to Jacob, Dad's Gone Live. And he says, hey, who bought you the new motor? It's like, yeah, they're saying they bought somebody, who bought you the new motor? Was it, and he said some name, I don't know, Barbara, or some name, some woman. I'm like, nobody bought me a new motorcycle. It's like, yeah, you can tell me. I heard about that. I'm like, honey. That's how rumors start, right? Something in the chat. Oh yeah, I read it in the chat. It's got to be true. Man, this place is really, I mean, you know, I was up the road where I got attacked by those Africanized bees, by the killer bees, okay? And there's like abandoned houses. Like these people, like they left, right? They just said, you could tell, they just walked away. You know, they just left. And I was wondering to myself, I'm like, man, I wonder if like chased out by the killer bees. They just like, all of a sudden the killer bees attack. And then the people are like, we got to get the heck out of here, you know? It's possible. Like if I had a house and all of a sudden there's like, every time you go outside, you kill your dog and go outside, you get all stung, go in the house, don't go outside, honey, those bees are back, you'd move. Wonder if you have to put that on the disclosures, try to sell the house. Oh yeah, it's a great property. It's a new thing. Sorry, I'm just going on about the bees. It's just a new thing for Exploring with Jim. I'd never been attacked by killer bees. You wouldn't at night, you wouldn't want to go very far out here, I tell you that. It's just, you go about 10 feet and you're going to say, if you're around here though, you can avoid this stuff probably. She likely is over. I like to just check. Archbridge says she's likely over the border in the lead cemetery they call a dumping ground run by the cartel. You won't go there because the cartel has to let people in at their own risk. So we have somebody in the chat saying she's likely over the border. It's a nicely worded chat. I appreciate that. I appreciate your ideas. And then, you know, I'm no expert. I've been to the border. I've been to the border of Lukeville, Sassabee, Nogales, rode along the border wall. And to get somebody through the port of entry, look, speaking of that, here's that smuggler camo. To get someone through the port of entry, it takes some guts, you know? Got a body in your car, and then to go there, you go down to Lukeville, Sassabee, Nogales. You start getting about 20 miles from the border, and it is teeming with border patrol. They are everywhere. And like, well, don't go to the everywhere. So. But, of course, the people that are, their business is human smuggling. That's what you do on a daily basis. To you, that's not a challenge because I'm sure they know how to do that. But still, to take somebody all the way down to across the border just to bury them, I think somewhere like this, on the way to the border, is a stronger possibility. But there is those people are saying and calling and insisting that they know her location. 8 phone calls this person's made, I think, and some very good description of the location. Believe me, I've thought about searching there. I have that friend of mine that you guys met him. He lives right on the border. You know, I don't call him a friend, but I've been down there a couple times and talked to him a bunch. And I'll bet if I went there, it says, hey, take me across the border, we'll take your Baja Bug. And because I'd given him a flyer. I don't know. But it was such a risk. All of a sudden you turn them missing, you know. That would really be a mess. I really don't want to turn up missing. I'd rather get attacked by killer bees. Whoa! Ugh. This is a mess. Man. This is fully off-road, right? A stick knocked me into neutral. Yeah, but it's a good theory. I'm not discounting it. I went down to the border like 3 times. Searched the airport, the abandoned Lukeville airport, the trash dump there. It's legit. Just get to Mexico home, which is actually true, but April, thank you, April. Cheering me on from Ione. I own the Heart Gold Cup. I love it. I know Ione. Boy, that's a small town, April. You're so lucky to live in Ione. Ione's beautiful, you guys. It's long. I think, is that on 49? It's on the, I think Ione is on 49, but sort of, yeah, that's amazing. Good job, April. Thank you. Cheering you on, April. See you in Ione, huh? Thank you, Becky. Becky, you've done it. Becky, don't send me a super chat, please. You've done enough for me. You're a mod. You're doing this, please. I appreciate it, though. Flood of love and support. I appreciate that, Becky. Redfish, bluefish, there you are again. Love you, man. Don't hate on me, everyone, but let's give Jim a great donation day to help with the expenses. He deserves it. Thank you so much for the thought. It's really not necessary. I'm just here to help answer you guys, but I appreciate that. And yeah, greetings to everybody from the burning desert. This is the only piece of shade, and then I'm not even in the shade. I shade my phones more than I do myself, right? Let's since we're stopped, let's should we rehydrate real quick? Let's do that. Man, I know everybody likes me to drink water. Me too. You get so busy out here, you people like, oh, Jim's vaping. No, it's water. Thanks, you guys. Thanks for coming along for the ride. I appreciate it. And the juice is loose, huh? I called JLR and Alex and the juice. I guess they were eating lunch somewhere. That's what he said. Congratulate the juice on. I mean, he's a nice guy. He doesn't need a misdemeanor charge on his record. I mean, come on, man. That stays with you the rest of your life. I know he was genuinely worried about it. Really a nice kid. So glad that got dropped. But down in the Camino Escalante, I just kept moving. I didn't have any equipment, you know, just keep walking. I didn't put any neighbors on camera. Just try to wave, be friendly, because I just don't want any trouble. But good for the juice. I'm happy for him. Look at that, you guys. I'm already dry. We'll keep going, Water's hot. And like pouring like boiling hot water on you, right? It's so funny. Douse yourself with hot water. We'll go as long as we can. Try to make up more miles. I'm gonna try to go a little quicker. Maybe stick closer to the road and just like see the logical spots. You know what I mean? Absolutely. Thank you, Jody. Another Jody. I got a lot of Jodys in here. What a great name. Jim and Jody. Thank you, Jody. Appreciate it. Thank you, Jim. Stay safe out there. I plan to, Jody. That's a good point. Always think about the Africanized honeybees. Holy mackerel. Who knew, huh? I should have asked like Nick. Nick's a local. He probably knows he knows all the tricks. Back on the bike, you guys. Thanks for coming along for the ride. Yeah, I drive 1,000 miles to get here. It's literally costs $600 just in gas. $600 just in gas to get here. $100 each fill up. 3 fill ups. Another maybe 1 or 2 while I'm here. It's at 6, 7 time. And hotel. Yeah, I gotta figure $100 a night. It's $1,100. Food. I don't need expensive food. I got cactus. Yeah, you do the math. Anyway, it's fine. We're gonna $1 million. And we'll put it to good use. We'll help people. We'll start our own missing persons. We'll start our own missing persons foundation, right? And run it well. Or maybe a search foundation. Fund real searches, right? Not just safety plans. Hire Nick to go out and search. Whoa. Thanks, you guys. Thanks for coming along for the ride. I appreciate it. Really do. I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for you. This is like, you know, people are emailing me, Jim, are you okay? Like, I'm fine. I'm so worried. Like I get struck by lightning or something. But it's fun. It's very sweet, honestly. Freaking oh, beautiful. Anyway, let's try to make up some ground. It's a long ways to go. Just scanning. Honestly, if she's in a carpet or a little grave out here, you guys, honestly, old eagle eyes, I'm not gonna miss it. I know in the GoPro everything's going by quickly and maybe it's can't see that well, but if you were here with me, you'd see that the desert just has so many colors, and anything that's out of place you can spot if you're just really just concentrating, which is what I'm doing. Can you imagine? Can you imagine the stories Nancy Guthrie found? Oh, that would be so great. Finally. Gotta always check these washes and these bridges because, like Nico says, they put people near like little landmarks, and so just gotta be trying to be thorough. Come all this way. This is my search today, this afternoon. I did another search earlier. Already dry, that fast. All that water, dunking water on you. And it's already, actually I should sort of keep moving because of the overheating cell phones. Don't want to be out here without a phone. I feel like that drunk guy. Nobody searched this area, you guys. Nobody has been out here. I mean, who would? Who could? You have to be on a motorcycle. ATV, I think it'd be too wide. You'd be hitting cactus, and then it would fly back in your face. You have to be on a motorcycle. You have to have snake boots. And you have to be half crazy. Whoops. I hate doubling back. Wow, look at that, huh? That's very interesting here. What the actual heck is going on there? I'm gonna put the phones in the shade. This is very weird. I mean, so look, you guys. The road's way over there, right? There's nowhere to park. There's like... There's no rhyme or reason to this. I just want to shade the phones. It's so hot. Otherwise, I'm gonna lose my... You guys, if I lose the stream, I'm fine, okay? It's just the phone overheating. So don't, please, do not call the sheriff. Maybe it'll be something. It'll be something that'll make sense. Make sense of this. I can't make sense of this. So the road's way over there, right? There's no roads around here, and then we have these crosses. What's going on? Don't know. It's a tag. Definitely some sort of symbolism there, right? If anybody knows what this could be, maybe some sort of obvious explanation. Pick the best. I don't know. Anyway, it's not what I'm looking for. But it's definitely something unusual out here, right? Sort of randomly spaced crosses. So many mysteries in the desert. And then, I mean, nobody, you know, who would know to visit this? Must be like people who died out here, I guess. Making the crossing. Wow. That's why I brought lots of water. I don't need a cross out there. So there you go. Just another one of the mysteries of the desert, right? Wow. Maybe it's crosses for the people he's abducted. I don't know. Let's sort of look over this area a little bit, just for the heck of it. I mean, why? It does. There's no road. There's no place to park. There's nobody's ever gonna see that. Like, whoever placed those there did it completely for their own. Like, I don't know, for their own reasons. They're just gonna sit there for, I mean, look, out here in the middle of nowhere. There's literally nothing here. There's not even a place to park. Whatever. It's not what I'm looking for. I can read the chat already. Call law enforcement. Now somebody plowed a road here towards the crosses, but I don't know. There you go. One thing I've noticed, my motorcycling skills have improved over the last 6 months. I mean, right? I spent all this time in the saddle. So just zigzagging through here, trying to find something, you know. This is Exploring with Jim, on the hunt for Nancy Guthrie in the burning hot desert, Arizona. Attacked by killer bees yesterday. Maybe stick a little closer to the road and highway. It's a perfect escape route though. I mean, Tucson is just up the road. Well, my mobile Starlink studio, it worked yesterday. I'd never tried it before. So I put the Starlink on a backpack. Had to get a special backpack because the backpack did extend, so my fat head signal so that it would mount over my head. And found the backpack on Facebook Marketplace. Guy advertised it like, I don't know, $30. I show up. I'm like, oh yeah, it's got some rips. The zipper doesn't work. I give you 20. So, like, oh, they took it. Of course, right? Only interest. And then mounted the Starlink on the top of the backpack with like zip ties, and think we can go across this wash? Ugh, it's gonna be sandy. Oh, not bad. Well, that's a good wash. I want to search it though. And then it mounted a phone underneath the Starlink mount so that it would stay out of the sun, because the biggest enemy of phones is the sun, of course. So I mounted the phone under the Starlink mount on the backpack, stays out of the sun, and then linked the phone to the GoPro. And so I can walk, basically I can walk anywhere in the world walking and live stream, or, you know, access the internet. Like if there's an earthquake in Colombia, Exploring with Jim could go down there and show everybody like, oh, the power is down, the cell service is down, communication is broken. But with the backpack Starlink and the spare battery packs, can literally live stream from anywhere except I think it's North Korea, Iran, and some other country. But anyway, yeah, I was pretty happy with the way it turned out. Mounting the phone underneath the Starlink, it's a little wonky. Uh-oh. Come on. The bike has to get up enough speed to get on top of the sand, sort of. I need a paddle tire. There we go. Wow. But yeah, so that was a test on Camino Escalante. But yeah, I showed it to Mark the Shark. Mark the Shark said, what the heck is that? It's basically a mobile television studio, honestly. Where it's not even better than that, it's a mobile satellite truck. Whereas you used to, like, you know, get like these big Monday Night Football satellite trucks. Now Exploring with Jim can just show up with his $20 backpack. Necessity is the mother of invention. Man, this ditch. This is a harsh environment. Whoa, look, buzzard. Check him out. Nico says search near the buzzards, but I think it's just his nest. Not sure. Or is that eagle? Buzzard, eagle, buzzard. Huh. He wasn't on the ground though, he was roosting in a tree. We'll take a look. You don't see many buzzards. Hopefully he doesn't attack. Buzzard attack! He was in this tree right here. Whoa, dang dude. Check that out. Jeez. Nico says look for the buzzard. No doubt. Wow. Poor deer. It's funny, there's no decomp smell whatsoever. None. Yeah, trigger alert, sorry about that. Just stumbled upon it. I'm definitely gonna look for buzzards. That deer's been there a long time. Wow. There you go. Very interesting. Well, we don't miss a thing, do we? We literally do not miss a thing. Should just drive and look for buzzards. That'd be a quicker way to do it. Hate to think that way, but so there you go, you guys. Now look, there's that deer. He's been laying there a very long time. There's no smell whatsoever. Completely dehydrated. I'm saying this is, I mean, I've seen a lot of dead animals out here. Dogs, cows, goats. And they're all in various states of, I would call it states of preservation, honestly. There's a human out here, you're gonna know it. It's gonna look like a person. Just like that looked like a deer. Unless I would think like years go by. Because this desert just mummifies you. And the buzzard, he don't eat the skin. Nothing's been like chomping on the bones. It's a hole, but there's like burn there, you know, like. It's burned wood, it's not burned bone. Ah, stupid thing. Everything's a challenge, you know? Nothing's easy. You can't even just put down your kickstand. So this is very interesting though. But who would put a campfire right next to this road? I don't get it. What are you burning here? Don't make sense to me. Maybe they're cooking buzzards. Huh. It's not what I'm looking for. Thanks for coming along, you guys. That was interesting. It's been sort of uneventful, frankly, up until that point. Just sort of your odd. But that buzzard, saw him, he flew away. We see another buzzard. Just drive and scare up buzzards, you know? As you do this more and more, like, if there was somebody here, maybe there would just, you know, there'd be buzzards in the tree right above it. And then you're just wasting your time searching under every tree. Just search wherever there's a buzzard. I don't know. I could go for that system. Should be a lot faster. Just look for buzzards. But the state of preservation of that deer, it's like he's been there a long time. I'd say, I don't know. Probably not 6 months, but at least a couple. Because there's no decomposition smell whatsoever. And I've smelled a lot of decomp. I've seen a lot of dead animals, unfortunately. Any buzzards? Unless somebody's wrapped up in a man, this desert is just, never thought I'd just ride through miles and miles and miles of open desert cross country. So bizarre. It's totally possible though. I haven't hit one obstacle that I can't cross except these washes. And somebody was nice enough to build this little bridges over the washes. Wow. Just snake my way through the I don't know, looks a little too thick. I'm just hearing the cars. Maybe you guys can't hear the cars. The trucks. Yeah, you don't get very far doing this, you know, this back and forth, zigzag, slow. Motorcycle's like, oh, I'm getting hot. Why don't you speed it up a little bit so I can get some air on my radiator fans? Hey, that's why I got a new bike. My old bike would never put up with this. We'd be way back there stuck. Way back there. I want to see a buzzard. Should have just been riding looking for buzzards, right? Wow. They find it, right? They know. Like they have like this eagle eye. They have maybe a smell. I don't know. Somebody Google how do buzzards find dead animals. Alongside the road, there's more stuff that catches my eye, but it's just broken car parts, you know. Drunks going off the road. Crash! People flinging their bottles out their window. I wanted somebody to fling a note out their window. Somebody else has gone through here. This is the first tire track I've actually seen. I would think to go, ooh, let's see over here. Yeah. Nothing but trouble under that rattlesnake. Huh. Tell you one thing, nobody's turned that over except for us. Could be closer to the road. Oh, I feel a breeze. We can do anything. Come on, Nancy. Sorry guys, I know it's just sort of boring, but this is what's going on. This is how you find people, I think. Although I think looking for buzzards is a good idea. Man. This is like, hopefully, oh, you're looking to see if I have a flat. I heard something, no flat tire. Tell you one thing, I have a flat tire, I'll just ride home on it. I'm not gonna walk. Might be some killer bees. Man, it's a long ways. I knew this was going to be a long ride, but at least I can say I searched this road. I can mark it off my map. I have other places I'm searching like this, but like with metal detectors and just you know, you get the big map. Keep track of where you searched. A lot of people, they use like GPS, and they have like it tracks, you know, where you've walked and that sort of stuff. But then you got to depend on this technology, and then phone, like, oh, okay, how about that map you had on it? Well, let's. And I didn't have enough space in the cloud. Kept meaning to give my new credit card number, but just never got around to it. So now I lost all my family photos. Like, yeah, that's a classic story, right? Old family albums are way better than like this digital stuff. I'm like the family historian. Everybody gives me all this stuff. They organize it all. Got like these. Then I'll order like antique albums, antique blank albums off of eBay. Then I'll load them up with the old family pictures, you know, and label everybody I know. Everybody I recognize. I don't know that most of them I never met, but label it all up. Nothing worse than a box of pictures like nobody, like, who was this? I don't know. Aunt Sally? I'm not sure. Whoa. Dang, man. That's gnarly, dude. Almost ran the thing over. There goes our buzzard story, because there's no buzzard here, so. Whoa, that spooked me. Hey, you got a trigger alert, you guys, so just, if you don't want to see like something you don't want to see, which I don't even want to see, my own morbid curiosity, I want to take another look, you might want to turn away. If I could even see, where was I? That was weird. Oh yeah, here. So interesting. I don't get it. There's no buzzard here. Whoa. I mean, nothing is easy, right? Can't even set your motorcycle down. And there's no stick. Whatever. What a place. Yeah, trigger warning. Hold on. We'll drink some more water while we're here, right? Whew. It's hot. It's okay though. I don't want to drink it all. Save some for the walk back, right? Oh. Man. It's not 100 anymore. Got the cloud. Oh, there's one cloud and he's gonna go away, and then it's gonna be in direct sunlight. It's not good. You guys ready to see what I found? Where's the buzzard? Buzzard should be here. So weird. Honestly, it looks fresh. Poor guy. Trigger. You guys up? Everybody's up. It's hot. This poor little guy. Sorry, little guy. It's crazy, right? What would cut a hog absolutely in half? That's so wild. Dude is literally in half. Where's the other? Where's your other half, brother? Is that a javelina, you guys, or is that just like a wild hog? I'm really not sure. I'm not an expert in these animals. but maybe hit by a car. Is that javelina? Hog? I don't know. Do some more research. I know it's not a killer bee. Hey, better be ready for those things. I don't see the other half of this thing. So weird. What rips a wild hog in half, right? I mean cleanly in half, like with a knife. Hunter? Here goes my, I mean that stupid buzzard should come over here. This is better eating. Fresh. Maybe it doesn't eat pork. Maybe it doesn't eat pork. How stiff is it? Oh, it's not that, I don't know. I guess it's javelina. It's not what we were looking for. It's funny though, because I'm riding and I see everything. I try to, but he just absolutely blends in. You know, that's their camouflage, I guess. Is that javelina or wild hog, or are they the same? I gotta do some more research. I don't think it's javelina. I think that's a wild boar, non-native species. Google it. Right on, you guys. Sorry. Hope I didn't upset anybody. I gave you a trigger warning. I don't smell the decom. Maybe there's no decom smell when it's so freaking hot. I don't smell nothing. I mean, as a dog, I smell these dead dogs a mile away. I don't get it. It almost looks like he's gonna come back to life. Jeez. I'm sure he wishes he could. Wow. Welcome to Exploring with Jim, right? There was my theory of looking for buzzards. I liked that theory because you could, oh, excuse me, burping, you could just like go and just look for buzzards. Oh, there's a buzzard. Stop the car. Stop the car. Yeah, I'm getting text, but it's just so like, whoever's sending me text, it's just so bright. I can't see the screen. It's I'm sure somebody's telling me it. I think it's wild boar. That looks like a wild boar to me. I don't know. There's no tusk though. I guess, was there tusk? There's more trash in this area now. More things to like catch my attention. More fire pits. I guess there was a fire in this area. Just burned bush. Dang, what would tear up? Wild boar right in half. Dang, like mountain lion or something, you know? Whatever tore him in half, I don't want to meet it. I tell you that. Exploring with Jim doesn't want that to happen. Whoa. It's grass. People on the road like, what is this guy doing? I don't have a gas gauge, but I get a gas warning light. It'll come on if I start running out of gas. Hopefully it's working. Happened to a friend of mine. Johnny is his name. Johnny, what was his name? Giordano. Bought this brand new boat. And then we were out on the lake, water skiing, having this great time. Got late. Everybody's like, yeah, we're gonna go to shore, go to camp. And he's like, I'm gonna take out my boat some more. I love my new boat. Like, oh, okay. Yeah, I'm just gonna go around the lake a few times. He never came back. We're like, where'd he go? You look out there, all you see is like this dark lake, you know? Like, and we didn't know what to do. Never came back. Call the sheriff. Sheriff's like, what happened? Oh, I don't know. He went on this dark lake. Like, oh, okay, we'll send search and rescue tomorrow. What's the description? Ah, you know, 25-year-old male, half drunk. Oh, okay. Whoa. No good, no good. Can we go through that? And then, yeah, and then finally he like shows up in camp the next day, all messed up. What happened? He's out on his new boat, tooling around, and then evidently the gas gauge didn't work. He ran out of gas, and then it just like drifts into darkness until it hits like the shore and rocks. And then he's got to get out, and he's like standing there all night trying to hold on to this rope. His boat, his new boat, doesn't get dashed to pieces. It's just washing up on the rocks. Crunch, crunch, crunch. He stays up all night holding onto this rope. Sounds like the worst day of your life, right? I mean, it sounds... Boating trip was over. Then he like tried to sue the boat company. Yeah, the gas gauge doesn't work. And then they tested, like, yeah, the gas gauge does work. You just didn't see it. You really gotta. I think what happened was just like got all mad and quit making payments or something. Ruin his credit. Boats are a pain. Guy I used to hang out with had a boat. Oh, it's fun. We got on that boat all the time. Taught me how to water ski. And then it'd be over, like, okay, comes over, hey. Can't park your boat in your driveway. You gotta get storage. Storage costs you a fortune. Way better to have a friend with a boat than to have a boat. I'm gonna stick with the main road. This could where this is gonna go. If I can find her on this one, I can leave this one on the map. Come back to it. Oh no. It's always these hard decisions to make out here. I'd just stick with my plan, I think. Wow. Let's stop for a second. I'm not gonna take the helmet off. I'm just gonna read my text message and glasses are all foggy. Everything's hot. Island story says get totally Island story. Yeah, that was a 3-hour tour. Gilligan Island. Well, we thought of that at the time, but I told them that. Hey, Gilligan! We're gonna rename him Gilligan. Like I say, I love the chat. You guys are so funny. A lot of times I'll read the chat at night while I'm eating, and I just like, I get in hysterics. Because chat has amazing humor. I don't know what it is. Like, I think like even like my generation, we don't have as good a humor as like the younger generation, honestly. They say the funniest things, come up with the funniest things. They're so smart, see funny things. Honestly, I have a lot of faith in the younger generation. I think they are really amazing. They don't have like the bad habits of the older generation. They're not like, you know, not heavy drinkers. I got a lot of faith in the younger generation. Debbie says, I think you're funny. I'm funny looking, Debbie. Hey, I'm hilarious and I'm over 55, says Schmoopy. Hey, with a name like Schmoopy, you are hilarious. Jeanette says, hey Jim, you're the best. You're the best, Jeanette. Love you, Jeanette. Love everybody that encourages me. Appreciate that. I don't know why I got two phones open like this. I just closed that out. Oh, I was gonna look at a text, right? Jeep Girl says Javelina. Yay, thank you. Somebody probably. That's a Javelina, huh? It sure looks like a darn wild boar to me. But I guess they're, I don't know, both a pig family, right? Jimmy just parked next to a dirt mound. Yes, I did. It's a, you want me to look? I think it's innocuous. That's the right word, innocuous. It's just, you could tell like a truck is just dumped here. Like you would need, oh man, it's thick too. You know, you can tell it's rain. If you put somebody there and then you had a dump truck dump on top, I suppose that's possible, but you could spend all day digging to the bottom of this mound. Now, if there was, you know, material coming out, I know. So anyway, I looked at it. I gave you a better look. I don't think Nancy's under the dirt mound, but what do I know, right? You need that pile of sand. Starless Mystery says you need the pile of sand. Who is it? Donna tell me, hey, you need a folding shovel. Yeah, Donna, I have like, believe it, I have every type of shovel known to man. I don't have it with me, but I have like the U.S. Army entrenching shovels from World War II and then Korea War era, German shovel, all steel shovel, and others are picks and Mattixes, but I have it in my truck. I have shovels and everything in my truck. If I see something that I want to come back to and excavate, believe me, I'll dig. I love to dig. Just planting some bushes the other day. Shrubs. Putting in some shrubs. Love shrubs, right? It's hard to plan your like your yard, you know what I mean? I like a architect. Yeah, hedge over there, and then this flowering plant over there. People on my street, some people that live near me, they're like, oh man, they're like artists, you know, like lush, and like done with like, I don't know, with care. Everything I've done is like, my yard is just sort of haphazard. He's going into these sandy washes, but what the heck, here we go. Oh, Wasn't bad. Now we got to get up to the road and check the tunnel. So interesting how you can just go anywhere you want in this desert. Like, it's literally check this road carefully. Work this way. Well, I'll go over to Picacho Peak Road tomorrow morning. Take a look. Last chance for romance on Picacho Peak Road. So interesting. What is this? It's part of a tractor or something. Motocicleta. On the way down here, I seen some guy with he had this bike. I mean, you could tell, like, all the gear. You could tell by the miles. His clothes are like filthy. And hey, how's it going? Like, you're riding, how far are you going? Oh, no comprende. I'm like, oh, okay. I'm like, oh yeah, motocicleta, whatever, I don't know, I sort of spit it out. I was looking for a Kickstarter, believe it or not. But anyway, make long story short, you're riding from Chile to Alaska. Which, that'd be an amazing ride. He's like, where are you going? I said, well, I'm going to just like ride around in the desert aimlessly. No, he didn't really ask that. Telephone. Man, I got the text. You can hang up, I got the text. Oh, here's a nice pull-off. There's potential, you know, anything like this, you gotta search. Yeah, sorry guys. It's wow, everything just seems hot. Everything's working though. Starlink, I think, is up, sort of. Exploringwithjim's feeling good, feeling strong. Yeah, you got to check these turnouts, right? We are riding. What are we riding like? I don't know. We're riding like a rhinestone cowboy. Like the rhinestone cowboy. Riding out on a horse in the Star-Spangled Rodeo. Ba ba ba, rhinestone cowboy, reading cards and letters from people you don't even know. Martha's coming over the phone. Yeah, I really don't mind the rain. And you pop on the train that's taking a long way, and I dream of the things I'll do with the subway ticket and $1 tucked inside my shoe. Glenn Campbell, right? I love Glenn Campbell. Rhinestone Cowboy. That was great. I remember that song, and then they came out with the movie. Robert Redford is like the Rhinestone Cowboy. I never did dig the movie though. Maybe I mixed up the words of a couple different songs, but I'm not sure. No preacher went out walking. 'Twas on a Sunday morning. Was against his religion, but he took his gun along. Shot himself some mighty fine quail and won the easy air. And on his way returning home, the preacher met a great big grizzly bear. Preacher looked the bear in the eye. Let's see, how's it go? Preacher run and run. Preacher run and run till he spotted a tree. Said, up on the limb is a place for me. Pulled himself up, turned about, cast his eyes at the skies, and he did shout, "Oh Lord, you delivered Daniel from the lion's den. Also delivered Jonah from the belly of the whale, and then Hebrew children from the fiery furnace. By the good book I do declare, oh Lord, if you can't help me, for goodness sakes, don't help that bear." Just about then, limb let go, preacher come tumbling down. Reached in his pocket, pulled his razor out, just before he hit the ground. It was a terrible fight. Preacher and the bear, his razor in his hair, just a cutting left and right. Preacher cast his eyes to the sky, and he did shout, "Oh Lord." Hebrew children fire furnace of that good book we declare. Oh Lord, if you can't help me, for goodness sakes, don't help that bear. Just bet not many have heard that one before, huh? Okay, Nancy. I need the $1 million vulture. Should have practiced that. I could have pulled it off a level. then we'll do the classic Rhinestone Cowboy, right? Who wants to hear Rhinestone Cowboy? I do that one all the time. I can't help it. I'm on the road to Phoenix, you know. I'm not, but another Glenn Campbell. What is it? Anyway, stay focused. I know it's a long stream. Good wood. Let's check this out. Thousand people watching from various parts of the globe. Can you believe that? I mean, how much interest is there in this case 7 months later? 1,000 people riding along. Everybody hoping for a break. Come on. Where's Nancy, you guys? Come on. 10 trips doing this. Jeez. That should be, oh Lord, you delivered Daniel from the lion's den. Also delivered Jonah from the belly of the whale, and then Hebrew children from the fiery furnace. Oh Lord, won't you please help me? It's good exercise though. I'm out doing the things I love, riding my bike. It's a little cooler. I think I'm gonna live through the day. I'll live another day. Donna says you're a hero in my heart. Thank you, Donna. I appreciate it. I don't have any lyrics in front of me. I love it. Turn the page. Bob Seger. I wish. If I thought, I mean, I could come up with, but it's just like, we need to, hey, come up with lyrics to a song, like, and then if you sit, you're by yourself, you come up with 1,000. Turn the page. How's this start? Okay. We're just, I mean, we're searching this road. Man, just hoping like someone throws something on the other side of the road, you know. Nico says 40 feet off the road. Something would sit here for years, honestly. They park there, come over here. Us two by the time we get to Phoenix, huh? Why not? I love that song. I don't mind singing this song. So, I mean, it just reminds me of it being out here. Whoa, I don't want to go up there. You don't know what's on the other side. Huh. We'll stick in this ditch. By the time I get to Phoenix, she'll be rising. She'll read the note I left on her door. She'll laugh when she gets to the point that says I'm leaving, 'cause I've left that girl so many times before. By the time I reach Albuquerque, just stop at lunch. Need a call, but that phone just keep a ringing off the wall. That's all. By the time I reach Oklahoma, she'll be sleeping. She'll call my name softly, but I won't be there. She'll cry to think I'd really leave her, but I've told that girl so many times before. So sad. I hope he went back. That dummy. Find somebody good like that, you don't leave, right? Gotta stay true. Wow, and then all of a sudden, boom, find Nancy Guthrie out here. Wouldn't that be amazing? We're out here thinking we're having a good time. Well, we're actually doing hard work. Exploring with Jim and his 1,000 friends. You guys are my friends too, believe me. Like, I read the chat, I see your names, I recognize everybody. Some of you know me well enough to like check me, like, hey, no, don't say that or something, or you did something wrong. Like, oh, okay, I take your advice. And then even though I've been gone a couple of months, you know, it's like we just jump right back together, right? We just, like, no time has passed at all. Somebody will say, oh yeah, you know, I got some trouble in my family. Everybody will chime in, oh my gosh, we'll pray for you. Hang in there. Helps. One of these days we're gonna hit the right road, you know. There's only so many roads out here, honestly. If I had some help, Cajun Navy, get your, oh, they got 20 retired deputies and their cadaver dogs. Funny thing is, I searched this whole way on the other side of the road. All that's been searched. I searched that whole thing. Can you believe that? Especially look for black cars, you know. Black car would like blend in with this. Gotta be as careful as you can. What is this noise up here? Air in the tire. We're definitely pushing things to their limits. Me, I could do this all day. Covered more miles than Exploring with Jim. Come on. There's other searchers, they're out there, they're hitting the pavements, they're doing stuff, but I just have the system. The system for finding javelina. Ah, look at this. At least I don't have a bunch of cactus in my leg. I don't know where I got that time. We were pulling out cactus like you can't believe. Man, what a place. Arizona. It's like an episode of High Chaparral, you know? I used to love that show. Blue, John Cannon. His, the wife, so pretty, that Mexican lady. Always at war with like Apaches, rustlers. That show was great. Filmed in the Arizona. I think it was filmed in Old Tucson, maybe. I don't know. I love all the westerns. Bonanza. Who is a tall, dark stranger there? Maverick is the riding a tail to who knows where. Luck is his companion. Gambling is his game. Smooth as his hand along a gun. Maverick is the wild as the wind in Oregon. Blowing the canyon, easier to tame. Riverboat, ring your bell. Fare thee well, Annabelle. Luck is the lady that he loves the best. Natchez to New Orleans, living on Jackson Queen. See, I told you a little bit. Who knows the words of Maverick? That's the sort of stuff I was raised on. That's why I'm out here. Man, this zigzag pattern is something else, isn't it? Most people don't even know that TV show, probably. I think it's like in the 50s. Shown on a rerun. Black and white. Who watches black and white? They should colorize all that stuff. Nobody watches TV anymore, though. Everybody's watching Exploring with Jim. This is way more interesting, right? I always wanted to do that. Whoa! Lost my water bottle. I don't want to litter. Should have known better to do that. It's empty. Bonanza. Debbie likes Bonanza. Little Joe, Michael Landon, that guy was awesome. I bet you didn't know there was a theme song to the Bonanza. You know how the Bonanza goes? Dun 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 dun. But you didn't know there's words, right? Got a right to pick a little fight bonanza. If you fight with any one of us, you have to fight with me. 1 for 4, 4 for 1. This we guarantee. You got a right. And then there's something else. Bonanza. Yeah, I just know one word. I don't know where I saw that. Lauren Green had they had, when I was a kid, we went to the Ponderosa. Wow, check it out, you guys. There's skeletons all over out here. They look too old though. That's when the bike fell that time. I don't know. We'll take a look. Trigger alert, right? So if you don't want to see this, don't, you are buffering. Yeah, I'm sure I am. It just strikes me as being too large for a human backbone. And the ribs are too large. I don't know. What do you think? Cattle. Another one over here. Ah, man. Yeah, that's not related. Unrelated. Wow. We were off mic the whole time, huh? It's okay. I was off mic. Back on mic. Not human. Everybody's saying not human. I like when the chat chimes in. I see something, the chat chimes in. Honestly. Except when they chime in, everybody's like, call law enforcement. I will call law enforcement if I see something that is absolutely dyed in the wool, sus. It has to be absolutely dyed in the wool sus, because we're in a JLR and the voices of the missing, they call law enforcement for the I mean, it looked like a grave. I'm not faulting them, but it's a pack rat nest. If I find what looks like a human grave, okay, I got you. It looked freshly dug. So I'm not faulting them for that. They thought it would look like a freshly dug grave. They just weren't used to seeing a pack rat nest. You know, I mean, like, how many people know what a pack rat nest is? I had these, I got this anyway. I had to tell you a pack rat nest story. Why not, right? So I got this cabin in the mountains. This old mining cabin that we found. And then we rebuilt it. It doesn't have a roof, it's just rock walls. They have like a tarp. I can put a tarp over the roof in the summer. And I have like a bunch of stuff stashed there, you know, food, fishing supplies, and mining equipment. I have these bins, okay? I had these, like these plastic bins. And then I'd go up there and then open the bins, use all this stuff, put the bins back, leave them in the cabin, sort of cover them with rocks, keep them out of sight. And then my buddy, he's all, hey, I got all this coffee, I'm gonna leave this coffee in the bins. And I'm like, I don't know, you know, it's like, I don't leave any food in there because, you know, something might smell. And, oh no, it's just coffee and it's in these pouches, it'll be fine. So I'm like, okay, leave your coffee in the bins. And then, oh, I gotta go down this. Yeah, leave the coffee in the bins. And so next time I went there, I opened the bin, and man, full of oh my goodness, my bin, they'd like eaten all the way through it. eating the plastic. All my stuff had like hantavirus, and mouse poop and hantavirus, and urine, and like the bins are ruined. Sleeping bag, don't have a sleeping bag to sleep that night because like it's toast. Oh great, thanks for leaving the coffee in our bins, you know. And then I ended up like a mouse problem in my cabin, like they're like running around at night like woohoo. And then like, you know, it's like having killer bees in your neighborhood or something. You gotta get rid of these mice. So I'm like, okay, let's get rid of the mice. So I buy like this. And then you look at this mountain, right? You're like, how many mice are in this mountain? So I'm gonna need a lot of like mouse poison, and I'm gonna get these suckers. They ate all my stuff. They're like, you don't want to sleep at night. There's like mice in your hair and crawling all over you. Like, I mean, like it's like a mouse smorgasbord. And rats and pack rats, like it just like they found the spot, you know, and they're like adopted it. Like you'd sit there and they'd be like running around your feet, like ugh. So I'm like, okay, time to declare war. So literally, I order like this case of like DDT or strychnine, yeah, whatever the heck it is. One bite and you're like bleed out. I can't declare war on these mice. And I went there and I had like these little like old cans, you know, put a little in there, set it over there, little in between the rock over here, and then I started to fan out around the cabin, like little poison here, little there, here, there. But then I looked, it's like this huge mountain. I'm like, what is even the use? But I do the Exploring with Jim job of like, you know, it's like really like taking it seriously. So I cover the whole mountainside with like strychnine or whatever the heck it is, like this mouse stuff. I'm like, okay, I mean, I want my cabin back. Like, I know, it's the wrong thing to do. Like, not environmentally sound, but you know what? I don't think these mice are even natural. I think they're invasive species. So I leave. I'm like, okay, time to go back to the gold mine, go back to the cabin. And I'm like, okay, what's it gonna be like? You know, there's gonna be mice like everywhere. Cause you could hear them just like rustling around, like in the bushes, like all this noise, mouse noise. They're causing all this ruckus, all this mouse ruckus. I'm like, okay, what's the situation? Are the mice gone? Go to the cabin, and where's like the whole side of the hill is like silent, like everything's silent. Like I think like the mouse got poisoned, and then the snake ate the mouse, and then the bird ate the snake, and then like the coyote ate the bird, and then like the whole mountainside was like silent. I'm like, wow, that stuff works great, right? And that night, man, I had a good night's sleep in my cabin. But yeah. And then from then on, I just kept everything in like this metal container. You know, I bought these metal containers. But slowly, everything started to return, right? The mice, everything started to return. They're like, oh wow, look, there's nobody living here. This is like perfect place to live. Let's all move in. And then everything returned, but I had everything in the metal container, so the mice were never really like, they didn't eat the food. They're we got, yeah, buffering, GoPro's too hot. Everything's messed up. How's the stream, you guys? Is this the heat getting to this whole thing? Probably. Actually, we've reached civilization. We are camera settings messed up, aura around everything. Yeah, maybe the GoPro's getting hot. Somebody says looks good, sounds good to me. I like that. Looks good, sounds good. Let's try to cool some stuff off, huh? Oh, that feels fantastic. Yeah, look at the aura. There's like an aura around stuff. I can see it on the... That's weird. Try to cool it off a little ride. You pour water on the GoPro. It's like AI is taking over or something. Oh man, this feels good. Look at this place. Man, give me a break. Police just went the other way. Police. I've got a good police story. I'll tell you tomorrow. After everything dies down a little bit. I was hoping to cool everything off a little bit. I see the little aura. That's sort of weird. Let's go back. I don't know how much longer this stream will last, you guys. But rest assured, I'm going to finish off this area. Look at how long and straight this highway is, huh? Mark the Shark was going to go to Mexico yesterday. I think his chat talked him out of it. Like it was like nighttime. He's like, yeah, I'm gonna cross the border at night. I'm like, whoa, dude. I guess, you know, I talked to the border guards when I went to Lukeville, Sassabee, and I talked to like Homeland Security, border guards there, the guys right at the gate. And I'm like, hey, oh man, what is that? Oh, it's rain. I thought a bird crapped on me, but it's raining. Out of all things. But I talked to the border guards, and then I said, hey, you think it's safe to go in there. He's like, are you kidding me? It's totally safe. He's all, they don't touch you guys, Americans, they don't touch us. So you can go ahead. Like, go ahead in there. I'm like, could I ride my motorcycle? Like, do I need, now at the Nogales border crossing, they said I need, now this, see, here's interesting. Nogales, they said you need a passport. But at, was it Sassabee or Lukeville? They seem really friendly. They're like, oh no, come on in, you know, there's the beach is like 30 miles south, and look, there's all these people from America coming back and forth. I'm like, well, you're right, you know, this looks legit. But he says, yeah, it's totally okay. So I don't know, you know, maybe it depends on the border crossing, or I don't know, sort of the gang activity in the neighborhood, or so I tried to cool stuff off on that ride. I don't know if it worked. There's a lot of tall trees, so probably there'll be some interference with the Starlink. But I'm just looking for, you know, I'm looking for the same thing. I'm looking for a rolled up carpet. I'm looking for a bag. Backpack with a gun and a mask in it. I remember when I first started searching, man, I thought for sure I was going to find the backpack with the gun and the mask. Searching in the bushes all along Campbell Avenue. I mean, I'm like, oh, I'll find it. You guys are dumb, I'll find it. Ah, cops are lame. Let me get over there. And man, I searched like a dog. I crawled under every bush, opened every trash can. But, no, it's eating my There are tarps and stuff over here. I see, like, you know, plastic. But I'm not going to stop at each one. For one thing, everything gets hot. And then there's a lot of ground to cover. But I'm just peering in all of these bushes. Thanks for hanging out with me today, you guys. Probably the last search of the day. I don't know if I can take much more, but real good. Take this up to civilization. I can say, okay, I can cross this road off my map. And there's more though. I gotta hit. Yeah, I thought I had do not disturb on this phone. The phone is, now I'm getting notifications. I don't know. Technology's got a long way to go. I hate to turn on do not disturb in the middle of the screen. It might, whatever. Go a little closer to the road. Now the one thing, the fence is closed in a little bit, so we didn't have to do as big of a zigzag. It's sort of just to closer to the road and make up time. The fence is like right over there now. Just got to scan really carefully. Yeah, JLR sent me a text this morning. He says, hey, Juice's court date's 10 a.m. Oh my gosh. But I had already, you know, I'm really not down. I'm really not, I should say, up in that area. And then I had done the search at Picacho Peak. And then I moved on to another area by the time I got the message, so it just wasn't in the cards. But I called Juice, congratulated him, and offered, which, I mean, come on, guys just in front of the house. You know, real though, I would be a little upset, you know, I wouldn't do it myself, But you got every right to be in the street. And then if they want to like pass some sort of rules about sitting on a residential street, go ahead and do that. But don't try to like make something up and then arrest Juice. Cause, you know, he's just hanging out there, wasn't harming anybody. Can't even see him from where he's at. But anyway, it's a win for. It just shows the value of the system that we have, you know. People looked at that, higher ups, DA, everybody, they're like, you know what? We don't have a leg to stand on in this case. What this guy was doing is 100% legit under the Constitution and the rules. So Juice really is a win for all of us, you know. But saying that, you know, I haven't spent a lot. You know, I was out in front of the house. I can't lie. I'm no golden boy. I went out there and live streamed. So, but I'm glad I didn't get arrested. But good job, Juice. Nice guy. Doesn't need a misdemeanor on his record. Ugh. That follows you guys. If you've got grandkids or kids or grandkids and they get arrested and they're young, my advice is to definitely get a lawyer. If it's an innocent mistake and they can learn from it, get a lawyer, plead not guilty. Now if you're like, there's criminals in your family, you know, and they're a danger to society, lock them up. But if it's like somebody's made an honest mistake, got a little too drunk, got in a fight in a bar, something like that, wishes it never happened, I would definitely plead not guilty and try to not get him convicted of a misdemeanor, because you just definitely don't want that. Whoa, so weird how there's like an aura around the something with the GoPro settings. Maybe I touched something. Dang, it's great. It does anything I ask it to. Did I miss anything exciting? Gee. I would say the cut in half javelina was exciting. Or the vulture that was guarding its dead deer. That's pretty interesting. That was an education. Everything's an education out here. Oh, man. I hate to have to run from a bunch of bees right now. I was getting a temperature warning. Wow, it really opens up now, I'd say this is no longer prime, like, hiding area. There's nowhere to put anything. ditch maybe. We'll scan this ditch. I'll get trapped. You missed the singing if you just came on. You might want to go back for that. If you're asking if you missed anything. It's funny when you just like glance down at the chat and then what you see. So many chats go by that I miss, unfortunately. I wish there was like, I had a program where you like, they could like play in your ear or something. There probably is such a thing. Or maybe just from top contributors or something. However that works. Man. Wow, now the fence really closes in close. We'll just go on the back side of these bushes. The stream, this search may be like shortening. I'll drive this after and then I'll look and I'll just be amazed at how far we came together. Honestly, I amaze myself. Honestly, I look where I've searched. I'm like, whoa, dude. Like as I'm driving down the freeway, I just look on the side, like going towards Tucson, like, man, you do all that? But when you just hear like 9 times, like sometimes I think, what other project if I devoted all this time and energy? What I could have accomplished. But I think I've accomplished a lot. Sort of shown what, you know, what you can do. You put your mind to it. It's a good cause. Fed. And look at my numbers, you guys. Believe it or not, I've reached an audience of over, like, I don't have a very big channel, but people have stopped in here and there. And we have reached an audience. I say we because without you guys, it would never have happened. We have reached an audience of over, I don't know why the camera looks like that, it's so weird. Over like 150,000 individual watchers. 150,000. Big channels, I'm sure, they reach millions. But I just look at what, you know, just doing this. 150,000 people. Maybe it's more now, I don't know. But it was 150,000 individual watchers. And then, yeah, the numbers are astounding. How am I going to get back up? I could jump. Last time I did that, I hit my leg. I was limping for a week. 150,000. So when you chat, you know, a lot of people read it. A lot of people watch it with the chat back. And then, yeah, so it's really a motivation to get out here and do this. So thanks for that. Thanks for being a part of all that. Really, I owe a lot to you guys because the community here that you guys have created, it's all yours, you know, honestly. Whoa. I think I heard some rattling back there, believe it or not, like rattlesnake rattling. It's a false alarm for him. But anyway, yeah. And then the number of watch hours, just thousands of watch hours. Like, I mean, tens of thousands of watch hours. That's 10,000 people, tens of thousands of people sitting watching for an hour. Which, yeah, very humbling. Very amazing. Like I say, when I first came out here, I had 11 people in my stream. I wonder if any of you guys are still here. One of the original 11 are still here. The people that saw me the very first day, that watched my, I wonder. Probably not. They probably said, oh, this guy's an idiot. He doesn't even have his camera facing the right way. You know how good this is for you, just climbing and jumping in your old age. Well, we found javelinas cut in half, and deer, and rattlesnakes. What is up with that picture? So weird. Oh, don't look at my code. Nico's in the chat. Nico commented on vultures. Nico's in the chat. Nico, I've been bragging about you every time I go on. Nico has encyclopedic knowledge on missing persons, how to locate missing persons. And he had told me, he says, watch for vultures, look for vultures. And I'm like, okay, yeah, Nico, look for vultures. Yeah, sure. Okay, that's a good idea. If I see a vulture. But then I found that dead, what was it? Badger. My friend Badger. Badger hit by a car. And sure enough, Badger is freshly hit. A vulture right there. Like 2 minutes later. And then back here, we're riding. Vulture flies out of the tree. And I told everybody on the stream, I says, Nico says look for vultures. So of course, me being a student of Nico, I stopped the bike, got out, started walking around. What do I see? Dead deer in the ditch. Sure enough. And without that vulture flying away, I never would have seen it. So, just another Nico trick that definitely comes true. Robert Huff, howdy Robert Huff. Howdy Nico. I'm still out here searching Nico. This is like my 10th trip. And just riding, it's over 2,000 miles. And just, I mean, this is a potential escape route. Like, this is a road from Tucson to Mexico. And I'm searching, just like you say, 40 feet off the road. It's riding my motorcycle 40 feet off the road. Covered hundreds of miles like that. Found so many things. So many dead dogs, deer, javelinas, bones. Jeez. What else, you guys? Starlink's probably blocked. Oh, shoot. Yeah, it's been a quest. Nico said, he says, once you find somebody, there's no feeling like it. Like you found somebody, you brought them home to the family, and then, you know, they can bury their loved one, the mystery is over, they can sleep at night, they're just so happy, like, oh wow, we know what happened. And Nico says, once you've done that, there's no feeling like it, and all you want to do is do it again. And I was like, man. And then the way he said it is like, you know, it's like so legit, so honest. And I just said, man, I'll bet that's true. Whoops. But yeah. And then when Nico first came, like, yeah, $1 million, you know, because, you know, I'm a treasure hunter. I don't have $1 million. But Nico says, no, he don't even care, because it's that desire to bring closure to people, you know. I just saw this under the tree. Thought it was a tarp or something. It's just trouble. It's rattlesnakes. Nico, I've turned over so many mattresses. You say, turn over the mattresses. Oh my God. And you know what I find on those mattresses? Rattlesnakes. Man. So many rattlesnakes. Did we find one today? That was yesterday. Man. It is sort of it's sort of the end of my endurance is sort of waning a little bit. Bike's complaining. The bike's too hot. It says enough. But I've searched a long way. I've searched both sides, all that side of that road. On that side I searched, Nico. I don't know. Yeah. I'll have to give you a call. Let's stay behind the bushes. Maybe they parked there, drag something on the other side, right? My guess it would be, if it's not discovered now, it'd be like under these trees right here, you know? But I've done this hundreds and hundreds of miles. How many roads? If I didn't, like, when I first started, and then it would, like, oh yeah, I remember searching there. And then, but as time went on, I think I can get trapped on the other side of this ditch. After just a couple of searches, I says, man, I better keep careful track, because you're going so many places. And that's when I got the maps and just started like shading all the areas I've searched. So, right on. There's a nice pullout right here. I would like to search the pullouts really well. Anywhere somebody get off the road. Man, that's a long jump though. I don't think I want to go jump that one. It's got to be like 6 feet. I don't want to break a leg. I'm not in showbiz. Break a leg! Thanks! I'll break a leg. Wow. Just dump somebody off the side of the road, you know? Eventually I'm going to hit the right spot. You imagine? This is like the biggest case ever, you know? This is the biggest thing since O.J. Simpson. I'm just not in for the notoriety. You got to bring Nancy home and all that, but you know, there's all sorts of motivating factors. One of them is being the one to find her. That'd be great. Solving this mystery. I've always wanted to make a great discovery, you know? I've searched for like Indian caves in the Nevada desert, ghost towns, treasures, locations of historical occurrences, but this would be the ultimate, I think. Wow, it's been a rough day. Not rough, just hot. Thanks for coming along with the ride with me, you guys. To the motivation of the chat, honestly, like right now, feeling hot, feeling tired, feeling dehydrated, but after I get off the bike, start reading your words of love and support, honestly, it really makes it worthwhile. Somebody joined. Thanks so much for joining the channel. I appreciate it. It's really a big responsibility to have people join the channel, honestly. Yeah, members like, oh man, I gotta make some content. But it's just joining is a way of like, you know, in the search, because I'm out here searching. This is a legit search. I mean, look at all the things we found. I think I can drive down this one. I have to get off the bike because I don't know if I can take it anymore. Nico, flip everything over. Nico doesn't know I talk about him all the time. I talk about him all the time. And Nico says flip over all the... Nico, you're famous on my channel. Flip over all the mattresses. I always say, Nico told me to flip this over. So funny. I love the people I've met. Nico being one of them. Nico for sheriff. That's what I said first day I met him. I listened to Nico. Nico was on Dad's Gone Live. First time. I think I was the first one to see Nico. I saw him out in front of Nancy's house. And he's in his... I'm out. I'm like... He comes up. He's like, hey, where's the searchers meeting? Where's like... where's the command post? I'm like, there's no command post. There's no organization whatsoever. And he's like, what? I'm like, yeah, there's no command post. And then it says, but I'm working, I'm searching south. Why don't you start searching north? Like, I'm going to tell him what to do. But I didn't know he was successful. I just like, you know, them guys rolling up. Another volunteer. And he's like, oh, okay. And then I guess he met up with Jacob somehow. And I heard Jacob was talking to him. And he started to explain how to search and where people are located and what he's found. I'm like, man, oh, okay. This guy's the leader. Because this is what I've been looking for. I've been looking for someone who knows what they're doing, you know? Because the sheriff, you don't know what he's doing. nobody else really searching. People hanging out in front of the house, waiting to like the front door, which is not going to happen. And I'm like, oh, this, yeah, I found a leader. So I called Dad's Gone Live. I'm like, he put me in contact with the Nico guy. And Dad Gone Live, I'm like, I don't have the right to give out anybody's phone numbers. I'm like, dude, I don't care. I got to get in contact with him. He said, I'll have him call you. So Nico calls me. Hey, it's Nico. I says, dude, I just cut to the chase. I was Nico. I want to work for you. I want to work for you. I want to work for you. Just tell me what to do. He's all, no, nobody works for me. We're in this together. It's partnership. Like, really nice, right? And I'm like, no, you don't understand. I don't know what I'm doing. You obviously know what's going on. I want to work for you. And he's all, okay, let's meet up. And then we went out together with Jacob and Nico. I'm in this back seat, right? It's not a back seat. I'm in like this, like, I would describe it as like in Jacob's car, like, I'm in like a milk crate, like not the big milk crate, the small milk crate, like in this little box in his back seat. I'm like, Jacob, can you move the seat up a little bit? Oh, you don't have enough room back there? I'm like, dude, I'm 6'4" and I'm sitting in a milk crate. Like, well, the seat's all the way up. I'm like, oh, well, this ain't gonna work because I'm gonna freaking the circulation is gonna get cut off and I have to amputate all my limbs. But I stayed there, and Nico's explained, you know, yeah, they're off the road, 40 feet, find people underneath brush, leaned up against a tree. The people, they come and they'll visit the site. They'll, you know, maybe park a little ways away, talk to the deceased. Really weird. I'm like, whoa, that's crazy. That's batshit crazy. And he's like, oh, and a bunch of other stuff. And I was just eating it up because already I'd like taken on like this. It had already gone on searching. It had already gone like into my skin, under my skin. Oh, it looks muddy here. So I got as much info as I could, and then, but I couldn't hang out in the back of that car. I'm like, get me out of this car. I'm sitting in a milk crate. And so, yeah, that's my Nico story. That's why I'm searching how I am. I don't know if he's still in the chat or not, but that's yeah, man, it's so muddy. I like all these culverts, so I like to search all these dang things. There I can say I searched them all. Hope nobody steals my bike. I was watching this YouTuber. It's like out like on this camping trip, middle of like nowhere, New Hampshire or something. Just nobody was in like 50 miles. And he's like walking away. He's like, oh, I forgot to lock my truck. I gotta go back. Like paranoid. Like, I'm like, dude, there's nobody within like 50 miles. You're just gonna go get water at the creek. Anyway, it's hot. Uh-oh. We got to move a little bit. Right on, you guys. Thanks for coming along for the ride. I appreciate it. Like I say, without your motivation, I would have given up a long time ago. Maybe. This is what I like to do, though. Gets me out of town. It's like, you know, you're like, oh, I'm gonna go to Arizona. You're like, oh man, load up all this stuff, get everything all organized. Big effort. I don't know, like I say, Jim should have a checklist. I don't have a checklist. To make a checklist, make my searching for Nancy checklist. And then, you know, it's get out here like, oh my goodness. Gonna strap on the helmet. Go live. Yeah, sorry, I just saw this bag here. I thought I smelled decomp in here. And it's just some wet earth. Yeah, and then you go, oh gosh, anybody strap on the helmet, turn on the GoPro. Is anybody gonna remember me? You know, is anybody gonna care? I'm out here. I'll search anyway. But you got a little bit personally at stake, you know, like, whoa. You want to be successful in the things you do, right? You want to. I'm looking at that bag, but it's a big, huge bag of garbage. I don't know, Jim. You got to look though. Adopt a highway. Right by the adopt a highway sign. Yeah. I think I've adopted this highway today. I mean, look at how this is stashed, you know. You got to look at every bag like this. I know what's in it. It's trouble. It's soft. It's old insulation. I'm not going to open it. It's so light. I've installed enough insulation in my day to know the weight of a bag of Owens Corning R30. What loser, like, yeah, let me stick my bag of insulation back here. What a loser. A pox on you. Remember the hair, I still can't get it out of my mind. Says Becky, yes. Everybody told me I should ask Nico about the hair. Give him a really good description. It's so weird. I don't know if he's still in the chat. I can tell the hair story. Nico, let me know if you're in the chat. Just maybe type yes, or if anybody sees him there. Other people can say yes if I miss the yes. I don't blame him. I mean, I know he's got a lot of things to do than sit and exploring with Jim's chat. Nice of him to check in though. I'll explain the hair. We'll at least get it on the video. So, it's a deep breath. Tell the whole hair story. Wow. All these stories are so big. So, I was on my way down, right? On my way down for another search. Search number, I don't know, 8, 7, whatever it was. And on the way down, everybody's telling me, hey, watch Nancy Grace, Nancy Grace, Nancy Grace. As I tune in Nancy Grace on YouTube, and she says, breaking news. Someone has been stopped. A person of interest in Rio Rico, and the disappearance of Nancy Guthrie. Person of interest stopped. Rio Rico. And then that's all there was. Like, and then she talked like a half an hour about person of interest. And this wasn't, I don't know, with a delivery driver I don't know all the players, Carlos or on Jay or whatever their name is, who the person is. I'm not up on all the players. I'm just a searcher, but that was enough for me. Nancy Grace, person of interest, pulled over in Rio Rico, and I was on my way down. So I'm like, okay, Rio Rico it is. You know, I had other areas I can search. I'm like, let's search the heck out of Rio Rico. Rio Rico always had my interest ever since JLR was there on his, you know, when they arrested some guy down there, some delivery driver. And so I'm like, let's go Rio Rico. So I looked at the map of Rio Rico. It's not a gigantic town, searchable. So I just started to go up and down every road in Rio Rico. And it didn't take long to figure out there's a bunch of like these dead-end roads, these roads that go up and they just dead end. And then at the end of those dead-end roads are like places where people get rid of things that they don't want seen, right? I mean, it's just like all sorts of trash and like stripped motorcycles, and this is like the known area for shady characters to go to the ends of these dirt roads in Rio, and there'd be like fire pit, beer bottles. So I'm like, okay, let's hit all of these dead-end roads in Rio Rico. And what it was is like the earth, like there used to be houses there, but the earth is starting to move, and everybody had to leave, and they demoed all the houses. There's all these dead-end roads. So I'm in Rio Rico, and I'm just going through all these trash bags everywhere. So I'm going through all the trash bags, hundreds of trash bags. Exploring with Jim is not going to leave any stone unturned because they pulled somebody over in Rio Rico. This is it, right? I'm going to solve the case today. So I'm opening everywhere, every dead-end road. I open every trash bag, which is like, dude, thousands. And I go to this one dead-end road, and I move the trash bag. There's this freaking big rattlesnake. You're gonna go to my live stream, you can see it. And this snake, literally, I've never seen a rattlesnake do this before. He's literally jumping in the air like people told me, like, oh yeah, rattlesnakes can jump in midair. I'm like, nah, they can only strike 1/3 their length. That's BS. I've read the scientific reports, 1/3 their length. As long as you're 1/3 their length away, you're fine. But shit, this rattlesnake jumping literally like 3 feet in the air, like a spring. I'm like, whoa, look at this rattlesnake, he's pissed. I'm seeing all these bags, dude, but guys and gals, surfer language, everybody's a dude. But this rattlesnake is pissed, he's literally jumping straight in the air. I'm like, whoa, you guys see that? I'm like, okay, rattlesnake, very interesting. And then I start opening more bags. And in one of the bags, I look in this bag, and I swear, in this bag is a whole head of hair. Women's hair. Just literally like this bundle of hair like this. Like someone had just like grabbed that top and shaved all the hair off. And then there was no scalp attached. And then took all that hair and like stuffed it in a bag. And I opened that bag, I'm like, what the heck? Look at this, is all women's hair. And people were going crazy in the chat. They're like, call law enforcement, you know, like, yeah, no, but it's just, and then it's just this massive hair. And I looked at it very closely, and there was no like graying in the hair, you know. It was brown in color, sort of a reddish brown, no graying like let's say somebody colored their hair. Like, look at the roots. So it was a younger person's hair, but the style looked like middle-aged maybe, but before graying set in, which maybe, I don't know. 30s or something. And yeah, this big massive hair, and it's just so crazy. And then in the bag with the hair is wood chips, like all this wood chips. It's like a wood chip bag with the hair on top. And also in the bag was, I know, talking about it now, I'm like, maybe I should have called law enforcement, but I'm looking for Nancy, and I just looked at this hair, and in the bag also is like a knife, like a steak knife, like a cheap 99-cent 6-inch plastic steak knife. And I'm like, did somebody grab somebody by the hair and like cut all their hair off? And like, what? And then the only thing I think of is like maybe they had like lice or something, like this worst case of lice you can imagine, and like they're just like, cut all my hair off, get rid of these lice. Or I don't know, why would you take a steak knife and cut all your hair off? But you know what, it's not one of the weirder things I found. And you go out in the desert and you start opening plastic bags, and I'm telling you, I know what you're gonna find. You're gonna find trouble. That's all there is. People don't go out in the desert and hide plastic bags in remote areas for no reason. You know, there's something there. They're like, you know, I remember one time I found like all this marijuana in a plastic bag, huge bags of marijuana. But yeah, and then the hair, and then somebody texted me later. They sent me an email about the hair. It caused a real stir. And then like, since the hair was in this bag of wood chippings, like, was somebody like put through a wood chipper, and then the hair, like, they cut the hair so it wouldn't get tangled in the wood chipper, which I thought that was really a sort of a weird thought. But yeah, that's the but you know, there was no, like, in the wood chippings, there was no flash, or wow, mark the shark, look, we found the shark, and now we have a life preserver. Why is there all this nautical stuff in the middle of the desert? There's not a lake within 100 miles. Yeah, the hair. People were pissed. Call law enforcement on the hair. Like, you know, what am I going to say? I found a bunch of hair. I don't know. And then wait there for hours. They don't show up. And then everybody's saying, yeah, you got to call where they had the hair. And I says, you know what? Okay, here's the location. If you're that concerned, you can call. You go out there. I learned, like, on the bloody pants that you got to have something freaking solid for these guys to come out and take a report. I mean, it has to be. It has to be solid. There's so many reports coming in. So long-winded on my stories, right? I don't want to get off the bike anymore. From the bike. If I see a bag, I see anything sus, I'll get off. Believe me, I'm not gonna walk over something I've been searching for like 6 months out of my life. I was a young man when I started doing this. Yeah, killer bees. That's one for the ages, you guys. Whoa. Do not enter when flooded. That's good advice. We're getting more and more towards civilization. It's less and less remote and... Oh, I could have gone over that. I started doing this like time I got out of the house at 7, I think. Spent a solid 8-hour days doing 8 hours, 7, 8, 9, 10, whatever it is, however many hours. It's just another roadside cross. How many do I need to see? I always check these bundles for trouble. I know it's their trouble. Nope, no trouble. Come on, Nancy. You guys remember this place? Believe it or not, that's where I got attacked by killer bees. There's killer bees right around here, you guys. Don't come here. I think behind the house I was messing with some stuff. Look at it, it's abandoned. I mean, I know why it's abandoned. It's abandoned because of the killer bees. Like, who would live there? Man, I'm not ending my stream there today, I'll tell you that. I don't want to have to run 12 miles an hour for a half a mile. That's what it says. You get attacked by killer bees, you run. And you run in a straight line. You don't zigzag. You don't try to swat them. Water doesn't help. Nothing works except run. Can you imagine? It's like, what sort of... like I declared war on those mice in my cabin. You gotta declare war on these killer bees. I don't know if you even can, but... And then you need bees though to pollinate everything and all that, but... what if they attack animals? Dogs, cats, javelinas. Maybe that's what got that javelina. Yeah, killer bee. And then, like I saw one bee. I'm like, oh, go away, bee. Shoo, shoo, shoo. Like, try to shoo him. And then he lands, he stings me. I'm like, whoa, I pissed him off. And then another one lands, stings me in the ear. Like, wait a minute. And then I could see him coming. Like, all these bees coming. I'm like, whoa. And the first thing that went through my mind is like, killer bees. I didn't even know there were any in here. But, like, that's what I imagined being attacked by killer bees would be like. And it went through my head, run! But then I looked, I'm like, I got a motorcycle, you know, but I didn't know if I wanted to take the time to actually sit down on the motorcycle, turn the key, push the button while I'm getting stung, right? Like, you're gonna get stung like 100 times. But I did like a quick swat, jump on the bike, hit the gas. Ooh, I just saw one go by. I don't know. And then took off. And then I'm like, was that killer bees? I Google it. Oh yeah, there's killer bees in Arizona. Like, whoa. I said, what do you do when you see killer bees? There's just one thing you can do. Run. Well, it says, seek shelter. Like, go into a house, close the door. I'm like, I don't see any houses around here. Go, get in a car. Close the door, turn on the air conditioning. Drive off. Like, well, how about if you're in the open desert? Ask AI. It's got one word. One 3-letter word. Run. And it says, do not play dead. Don't play dead. Like some people are like, oh, I'll play dead. The killer bees will leave me alone. They'll think they killed me. No, don't play dead. They'll just keep stinging you. Yeah, I don't see anything here, you guys. I'm just looking right there, looking for... I know I'm hurrying more, but you know what? We're getting closer to civilization. Back where we were, that's the middle of the desert. If you're gonna like, hey, let's drop this thing in the middle of the desert, that's the whoopsie daisy. That's the place back there. Man. Let's find a spot. Like, look at these houses. I know why they're abandoned. Killer bees, right? Tell me I'm wrong. This is right the area. I'm not going to disturb anything, I'll tell you that. Man, it's got me paranoid. Before I would just like, you know, yeah, exploring with Jim, like dive all around everywhere. Don't disturb the killer bees. If they come, I know what to do. I just jump on the bike and split. Man, who would think you have to be like worried about killer bees? I don't know. Maybe I just got unlucky that one time. That's possible. Maybe it's just my unlucky day. Yeah, look at the aura around the house. It's like this thing that goes around. It's so weird. I don't know. I'll have to figure out the settings. I'll have to ask AI. Hey, what's with the aura? See any bees? Perfect place for a killer beehive, huh? Look at this abandoned ranch, so interesting. The house here, this is like the old house. Look, it's made out of adobe. I'd go tour you around, but I don't know. Another one over there. I really don't want to go inside. I've had my day. That's what we used to say back in the day. Yeah, I had my day. I had my day today. So anyway, you guys, I've searched this whole road. It's like 50 miles, right? From one end of civilization to the other, driven along the back side of the road from one end to the other. I can totally cross this off my map. I've been a little vague about the location because I just, you know, with the way things are, a lot of things going on out there, I just try to like be really vague about the location because I just I just don't want any trouble. You know, it's a legit search in a legit area. But yeah, so sorry about that. I know you understand. Anyway, I don't know what to say. You can look at the chat for a while. You can see the chat. The killer bee things makes me hurry now. You know. I don't know what the settings are. So interesting. So I look all fuzzy. Cynthia says we love when you sing. Thank you, Cynthia. That's funny. Tara says outstanding searching. Thank you, Tara. I did my best. Tara Ann. Abandoned housing development. Spam Fire says you sound drunk. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Dare Watcher says Jim's the goat. Spam Fire, I don't drink. I don't know. Maybe I sound drunk. It's probably because I'm just so dehydrated. It's been a long day. Ina says, Jim, you're amazing. I like to read these chats, right? Look at this. So interesting how this looks. Something's wrong with the settings. They sent me this brand new GoPro 13. Probably send me like a second-hand one. I have to send it back. Anyway, you guys, thanks for all your love and support. Couldn't have done it without you. Without you, I wouldn't even be here, honestly. And remember, we're in it to win it. Winning's bringing Nancy in. We didn't do that today. But I'm going to go to Picacho Peak State Park Road tomorrow. And I'm going to find that note because the kidnapper, somebody with information, is going to drop a note. And they're going to let us know where Nancy Guthrie is. And then we can all go home, right? I mean, like somebody in the chat said, I've dedicated 6 months of my life to this case. Like some people, like every day they're looking at what's happening. And then we know what's happening. It's not, you know, she's not home yet. That's what's happening. But once again, thanks for all your love and support. I appreciate it. Appreciate you being on the ride with me. Got 1,000 people here. And I want to say goodbye to 1,000 people. I want to say goodbye to every one of you. Appreciate you coming along. Sorry, I'm just a little paranoid about the killer bees. Thanks for all your love and support. May the Lord bless and keep you until we meet again. And remember, I love you all very much. Bye.